All right, how about now? Can anybody hear me now? How about now? Oh, we're getting some yeses. Hey, hi everybody. All right, now you can hear me. I just had a whole spiel, and nobody could hear me. So I'll start over. How about that? Anyway, so for those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. My name is Cierra Runge. This is Fitter and Faster Fuel. Today we are making ice cream, nice cream, if you will. So it's a healthier version of ice cream that we're going to have today. And I actually have not made this until this week. So I hope you guys love it as much as I do because I've been experimenting a lot with it. And these were two of my favorite flavors. So before we get to that, also, there's two chances of winning. We've got one thing that's a gift card winners I'm going to announce by the end of this class. And then the second thing is I'm going to choose from those of you that are here today to win a arena backpack also at the end of this. So stick around. Make sure you wait until I call out the winners of the gift cards and the winner of the backpack, which is chosen from those of you who are here today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through some of the ingredients that you're going to want to need to make this, and we'll start from there. So I'm going to be making two different types of ice cream. We're going to do a double chocolate, and it's got chocolate chips in it and cocoa powder. And then we're going to do a mango banana version. So we're kind of hitting the, you get the chocolatey side and you get the fruity side. So we kind of have one from each. The recipe will be uploaded, or it's going to be posted later today on Fitter and Faster Instagram page. So check out that so that you guys can make this. Tag us in it, tag Fitter and Faster, tag me. And I want to see you guys kind of make this because this is a fun thing to make. And it's really simple, so that's exciting too. So the main ingredients that you're going to want to have are you're going to want to have frozen bananas. I chopped these up last night, and these have been sitting in my freezer for about 24 hours because you want it to be hard and frozen because that's what's going to give it the ice cream consistency. So I have 5 bananas in here for one batch and 5 in the other. So I have 2 different versions. You're going to want to have cocoa powder for the chocolate one. You're going to want to have honey for sweetener, and it's also a little bit of sugar and goodness. You're going to want to have the mango chunks. I like to do frozen mango because it, again, helps with the mango, like the consistency and making it creamy and ice creamy. Chocolate chips. I got the big bag, the big boy. And then some coconut cream. You guys are going to want to find the canned version of this, and I had this in the freezer or the fridge for a little bit over a couple hours, just so it's kind of like the frosting we made a couple weeks back. You're going to want to take the top white off, and I'll show you guys how to do that later. Nutrition-wise, this is a fabulous recipe for making a nicer ice cream so that you're not getting all that sugar, all that processed stuff in your system. So this is a little bit more nutritious for you. The bananas are super good options for quick carbs so that your body can really replenish what it's burned through and provide it with the nutrition that it needs and the stuff that it needs and energy and fuel for your next big event. So swim meets, practices, and so forth. Cocoa powder is really good because it's got a bunch of antioxidants that help your body. Mangoes have a lot of vitamin C, so that actually helps your immunity, especially in this time when we're all trying to fight being sick. And really, guys, that's like it for the ingredients, which is insane, right? Like, who would have thought that you can make ice cream out of like 3 things? So I'm going to try to upload this file. It was giving me problems earlier, but for those of you who said you don't have an Instagram page. I'm going to do my best. It's been giving me some problems, so hopefully by the end of this course, it'll upload, but we'll see. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to want a blender, and you're going to want a higher powered blender. So this is my Ninja. So you want to make sure you have a blender that's really powerful. It would probably help if I put the blade in it. I did dishes earlier today because I made this yesterday night because I was just too excited. And it's going to fight me. There we go. Got it. We're good. We're good. All right. So you're going to want to have your blade in, obviously, unlike me. And we're going to start with the blender. You're going to want to have teaspoons and tablespoons, so measuring spoons. You're going to want to have a 1/4 cup, a can opener for the cream, and some spatulas. And how I'm going to do this is because I'm doing 2 different batches, so you guys can see my face. I'm going to put them in bowls and then mix the separate things together. So what's good about this recipe is that the banana, honey, and coconut cream is the base you can use for all types of ice cream or nice cream. So what you'll do is you'll blend up the bananas, the coconut cream, like the top part where it's not separated, and the honey, and that'll create the base. So you can add you can add nuts, you can do different flavors, you can add some peanut butter in there, you can do sun butter, almond butter, you can do a whole bunch of different stuff. So anything that you like, you can do strawberries, Chloe, you can do that. You can add fruit. It's really up to you guys on what you want to do flavor-wise, which is why I like this so much. So we'll start with the base, and I'll show you the base, and then we'll go into our different flavors. So I'm going to start with, I've got 5 bananas in each. And you guys can see I've kind of not cubed them. I've just sliced them nice so that they kind of freeze quicker and they're easier on the blender. So that it's not like working so hard with big banana chunks. So I'm going to oh, that's a block right there. I'm going to shove it into the blender. Try to break it up if you can. If you do it in the slices, like I said, it should break up fairly easy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with just 1 batch and blend that so that it's easier on my blender. And I'm going to add some coconut cream because that's the liquid behind this. And that'll help with the consistency and allowing the bananas to cream a little bit more. So here's kind of my setup. So I'm going to quick do this. And I'll show you guys the cream part at the top. That is what you're kind of looking for when you refrigerate this cream. So this will help with the creaminess of the ice cream and make it more, I guess, dairy-like, if you will. So you see how this is white on the top? This is kind of what you're looking for. And when I pull it all up, actually, this should be about a 4th cup. Yeah. You'll see that there's kind of a watery solution on the bottom, but this is what you're looking for, is that coconut cream kind of top, because that acts almost like the smoother cream factor. So this is actually way more than I need, but that's fine. So you're going to do, for each batch, you're only going to do 1/4 cup. So you're going to try your best. You got to fight with it, but try your best to get about a 1/4 cup. And throw that in there too. Almost looks like yogurt, doesn't it? And this doesn't give off a really coconutty flavor. This is just more to just make it creamy. So I'm going to put you guys on mute really fast and give this a blend, and you guys can watch for the consistency and keep an eye out for that. So 1 moment. And guys, I didn't get it all the way, but you're going to take your spoon too when it kind of fights you a little bit, is push the spoon down in and get it all kind of down so that the blades can hit it. So I'll do that again, give it a pulse. And you're going to want to pulse it a couple times before you go in the actual blend so that it all incorporates. Okay, so I'm actually going to take some of the cream, the water on the bottom. So this is going to be for the second batch when I put that in. But you guys will see that there's kind of it's a liquid in here. It's clear, and I'm going to put some of that in there just to loosen it up a little bit. So that's going to go in there. And so that it gives it even more liquid, guys, so that you guys can allow it to blend more instead of just being super chunky. All right, so you guys will see that it does take, you gotta kind of fight with your blender a little bit so that you gotta keep mushing it down and getting it all in. I added some more of the coconut cream bottom, the liquid on the bottom, so that it just incorporates more and blends better with more liquid. So you can also do this recipe with just normal room temperature coconut cream. And that'll help your blender probably a little more if you don't have a super high floured blender. That'll help that a lot more. Is just using the room temperature coconut cream. So I'm going to give it one more blend. It should be good to go, and then we'll do the other batch, okay? Okay, cool. We've got it almost there. But you guys can see, I'll pull out a little bit for you. Does that not look like ice cream? Like, that's ice cream, right? But it's all just bananas and coconut cream. I'm going to give it one more shove down. Scrape the sides. These silicone spatulas too are very, very, very helpful for this. You can use a food processor. That also will work for this. You just want something with sharp blades, which when you are working with that, just be very careful. You just want to be very careful with the blades, but you want to make sure they're sharp because it'll break down the banana to that texture that you want. So we're going to add our honey. And the honey, you're going to do about, I think, a tablespoon per banana that you put in. So if you do 3 bananas, you're going to do each tablespoon. So I have 5 bananas, so I'll do 5 tablespoons of the honey. And this just adds a little bit more sweetness. If you guys don't want it to be super sweet, you can leave out the honey. But this just helps with the sweetness of it. And allows you to have more of a dessert than just a smoothie. So I don't like mine too terribly sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of the honey. And I'm going to put that over there because that's going to be sticky. So that it's a little sweet, but not too terribly sweet. And then I'm going to give this one more quick blend, and then this will be, I'll dump this into our chocolate bowl, and we'll make that one chocolate, and then we'll go through and we'll do the other batch and do our mango banana one. Hold on, let me put you guys on mute so you don't have to listen to it. How about now? Nice. All right, so look at that, guys. Look how much that looks like ice cream. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Cool. Awesome. So this is the ice cream. Like, this is banana ice cream. It looks almost identical to ice cream. And it blows my mind. When I made this the other day, I was like, I called my mom and I was like, you can't believe, like, I can't believe, like, I made ice cream basically out of bananas. And she gave it a try, and she actually did a chocolate chip cookie dough version the other night, and she loved it. So that'll be our base for our chocolate one. And I'm going to do the same exact thing, and I'm going to do it for the mango one. It doesn't taste, Zach, it doesn't taste like coconut ice cream. That's just the base, and it's really mild once you put all the flavors in. So I'm going to break this up, and I'm going to do the other batch real quick for you guys. And this one will be, the one I have in the blender now is going to be the mango, the banana mango one. And then we'll add the cocoa powder and the chocolate chips to the one I have currently sitting in a bowl. But like, you wouldn't tell me that wasn't ice cream. It's so impressive. Like, it just shocks me every time. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to add my coconut cream and the extra water that comes with it. A substitute for this, everybody, for the coconut cream. I like the coconut cream because it gives that more creamy consistency. But you guys can use probably like a cashew milk or just a thicker milk. That'll help with it. So that it just gives it that super creamy texture that you really want when you have ice cream. I never like when ice cream isn't super creamy. Like, I'm very much a stickler on like soft serve. All right. So this one I'm going to pour, so you guys can see kind of the clear liquid coming out. So I'm going to pour all that in. Whoop. Nice. All right. And then you can use, if you guys just use, like, say you use this can and you don't use the cream on the top, you just use the liquid like I did. You guys can take this, the refrigerated cream, throw some peanut butter in it, and some honey, and whip it really good, and it makes an incredible peanut butter icing. And that we did for the black bean brownies. I made that, and it was just one of my favorite things. It also kind of doubles as like a mousse, but that's another great option for if you're looking for something that's not, not as sweet and like a homemade icing. So I'm going to turn you guys on mute for real quick. Remind me if I come back on and you guys can't hear me. And then I will blend this, and then we'll work on adding our flavors in. All right, can everybody hear me? Is everybody there? Awesome. All right, so here's our second batch. And I added some honey and I just kind of did the whole thing. And you guys can see how fast it went. It was super quick to just throw this together. So you guys can throw it together for, you know, whatever you really want to do. If you're just really craving a sweet treat, this is a perfect option. You just want to make sure that you have frozen bananas in your freezer pretty much at all times, because that's what I do. So this one's going to be the mango. So I have my frozen mango chunks, and I'm going to throw that. Ooh, where's the seal? There it is. So I'm going to do probably between 1 to 2 cups. I like mine super mango-y. So I'm going to do probably a good couple handfuls. So that's about 1 cup, 2 cups. And then we'll taste it, reassess, and go from there. And the other cool part about this, guys, is if you just want to make it, so the only reason I had to put this in a bowl is because we're making this chocolate. Ordinarily, you just do this all in one, pour it out, and you've got ice cream. So I'm going to give this one quick blend, and then we'll taste it, and then we'll do the chocolate, all right? All right, so I've got all my mangoes incorporated. They're all blended in and they're good. So to make this a little bit more like a dessert, I'm going to add actually a little bit of vanilla to it, just so you get that vanilla hit with the mango. And it kind of just, it gives it more of a vanilla ice cream feel. So I'm just going to do probably two teaspoons of vanilla, and then I'm going to do that a quick blend, and then that one is good to go, and we are good on our mango one, and then we'll work on our chocolate one. So this is just going to be a quick poll, so I'm not going to mute you guys, but bear with me real quick. All right, so that's all in. I'm going to put this in a bowl. All right, so this is our mango ice cream, and it's super soft serve. Like, look at that. Isn't that delightful? So these recipes, this ice cream can be stored, but you want to make sure that it's in a airtight container. So if you've got Tupperware, if you've got Ziploc baggies, that can work. But you just want to make sure that when you freeze it, if you freeze it overnight, it's going to get a lot harder than it is. And so you'll just want to thaw it out probably for 10 to 15 minutes. And then it should be more of that creamy consistency. Like, that is just ice cream. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is just great. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I like the mango one, but chocolate has my heart. But that's really good, guys. All right. Next one. Let's do the chocolate, shall we? Because who doesn't love double chocolate? Some people might. That's okay. If you don't, you can add different types of stuff to it. All right. So we've got our base here. We've got our banana base. I'm going to clear it out so you guys can watch what I'm doing. So we're going to do, it's going to be 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder for this batch. And then we're going to add our chocolate chips, and we're going to do some vanilla as well. And that just helps with the flavor combo. So we've got our ice cream base, our nice cream base, if you will. We're going to do 5 tablespoons. All right. So we've got 1. And this is probably easier to do in your blender, but for time's sake for you guys, I'm just going to do it in my bowl so I don't have to clean out my blender and deal with all that. So it's 3, but you can easily do this in your blender, and it'll whip it up super fast and incorporate it and make sure it's mixed all the way like it's supposed to be. Okay, so that's our 5. I'm gonna give it a quick mix. If you guys have a whisk, that will help it incorporate. And if you do it in a bowl like I'm doing it, you just want to make sure you're folding it in is the term, but you take it from scoop from the bottom, pull up, and kind of fold it over the top. And that way you're getting everything incorporated and mixing it without it turning into a cocoa powder bomb and getting all over your countertops like it's doing on mine because I'm rushing a little bit. But in the blender, it won't do that, and it'll mix a lot better. All right, so awesome. We've got our cocoa. And you guys can make this easy into a chocolate peanut butter version. You could throw some nut butter in it if you're feeling that. I'm going to throw some vanilla in there. And then I'm going to throw my chocolate chips in there once all that's mixed in. But like that looks like chocolate ice cream. Like, that's awesome. All right. I just like to eyeball my chocolate. Ooh, that's a lot. Oop. You never have enough chocolate chips, right? So you mix all that in. And as this mixing process, this has been sitting out a little bit longer, so it's a little bit loose or it's not as frozen, but I'm going to stick this in an airtight container and I'll eat it probably later. But I'm going to scoop out some for you guys so that you guys can see kind of what the chocolate one is for. So it's like one of those, like you eat it really fast or you store it for later. And if you store it, it'll be firmer than it is now. But that's kind of your, and if you like super melted chocolate ice cream, that's kind of like what I like to do. That's good. I might add a little bit more honey to that just because the chocolate's a little bitter. But if you like it not too sweet, you know, you play it by ear. It's whatever you guys like to do. But that's my my nice cream, you know, it's chocolate. You can add a little bit of peanut butter, make it a chocolate Pieces or Reese's Pieces. Do whatever you guys really want to do to it. And it's really easy and it's really good and really healthy for you guys. So if anybody has any questions, I can now look at the chat. So I'm not working through a bunch of ice cream. But Chloe, you can freeze the ice cream. You just want to put it in an airtight container, like a Ziploc or a Tupperware, and put it in the freezer. It'll hold for about 3 months. But when you take it out of the freezer, you want to make sure it sits out for a little bit more of time, probably 15 to 20 minutes, so that it's not as, oh, I think I shared it. So the PDF is sharing now, guys. So that's should hopefully be coming your way. I haven't, Sarah, I don't have the cookie dough recipe, but what I can do is I can see if I can find one and put it together, and I can send it and post it on Fitter Faster for everybody so that you can do that. Hannah, you could do the healthy strawberry ice cream instead of using mango. You could do frozen strawberries, and you would get that flavor combination that you're really looking for, is that strawberry one. So did it go through? Did everybody see it go through? Awesome. I think my computer worked. Yay. Cool. Isabella, Hamilton Beach Blender should work. I've never worked with it, but as long as you do it, if you do it in a blender that might not have as much power, do it in smaller batches. So maybe put only 2 bananas in there instead of 5 at one time, just so it doesn't have to work as hard, and just incorporate it in each time you do it. Oh, good. I'm so glad that the file went through to you guys. Sophie, I just use, this is just normal cocoa powder. You can use really anything. Nestle, off-brand. I just have the Costco version, which is just insanely big because I like to bake a lot. But you can use anything you really have on hand. Kaylee, you can use agave syrup instead of honey. You can also use maple syrup as a sweetener as well. You just want something that's naturally sweet to go in there with everything. Anybody else? Let's see. Zach, my favorite type of ice cream is probably peanut butter cup. I love peanut butter cup. It's so good. You can find coconut cream. It's in your baking section. It should be, you'll see the cans. It'll say coconut cream, coconut milk, and you just want to look for the canned version of that. Ooh, Mariah, s'mores ice cream is also really good. Next week, I believe next week we are making turkey burgers with sweet potato fries. So we're going to hit a dinner so that you guys can get that. And now, the moment we've hopefully not been waiting for, but waiting for, is the winners of the gift cards. I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to ask everybody to quick send a message, and I'm going to pick really quick on who the winner is for the arena backpack. So our winners for the gift cards, and somebody from Fitter and Faster will be in contact with you guys. They are Brenda Bennett, Samantha Fender, and Riley Lane. In case you guys can't see that, those are you guys. I know it's backwards, but so those are the winners of the gift cards, guys. And there will be somebody in contact with you either today, tomorrow, in the next couple of days, and they will do that and get you those gift cards. All right. So time for backpack time. All right. So I'm going to quick do everybody message. Greta Temple. We're going to do Greta Temple. She's won the backpack from Arena, and somebody from Fitter and Faster will also get back to you and talk to you about that. But congrats, Greta. Congrats to the other gift card winners, to Brenda, Samantha, and Riley. Thank you guys for joining. Tag me if you guys make the ice cream or any of the other recipes. Tag me, tag Fitter and Faster. I would love to see it. Thank you for joining, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.